Hello and welcome to this live tarot reading today. This is episode 5 of Tuesday Air, a series here at Bow and Arrow Tarot where we conduct a general reading for all three of the air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. So without further ado, thank you for coming. I'm going to jump right into it. Today we're going to start off with Libra. And in Libra today, we have the moon. Okay, so I like to lay out the cards for the planetary aspects every week as we get into the reading. And this week we have moon in Libra. Okay, so excellent, right? That's the moon in Libra today. All right, so take a moment, sit back, relax. You're here for a tarot reading. This is a general reading, so it could cover anything: love, life, career. Take a moment to look at those cards, meditate on those beautiful images for the energies while I just do a cursory shuffle. Here, I've already been shuffling off camera, and get ready to cut your deck. All right, so as always, I'm going to take up these cards. I'm going to put Libra right over there, put them over there. Put those cards away for now. And we're going to get right into your reading. So, Four of Swords energy, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so right away, Libra, there's two things at play here, love and money. All right. This week is a week where you're kind of deciding some things, right? You're coming into the week a little bit pensive. Sorry about the background noise. My chair is so squeaky. You're coming into the week, excuse me, a little bit pensive. It feels like you're kind of in yourself this week. You're really in the process of trying to make some decisions, right? There you have Seven of Cups there as well. There seems to be something going on with you right now where you still have a dream for something. Now, this dream may be a little bit unrealistic right now. It may not be something that you have right now, but there is a dream that you have for yourself. I'm going to say this dream is something, quite honestly, that feels like it's connected with your love life. You're still sort of looking towards a star somewhere, a beacon, or this I want to say image or example for you of this idyllic dream in love. And so this week, they're also associated with some decisions. Now, we're going to go much deeper than that. You also are, interestingly enough, it feels like you might be starting a new job, or you're just in the process of starting a new job. You're taking on some different tasks, some new tasks. It's quite refreshing for you, I'm going to say. It doesn't necessarily feel like something you haven't done before, but it feels like it's very refreshing for you. And of course, you do have Ten of Pentacles energy there as well, which is like there's some money coming in for you. There's a payoff coming. But let's go much deeper than this, Libra, as we go into your reading. Magician energy. Four of Cups. There it is. Okay. There it is. The decision about love, not taking that cup of love. Page, another page, new starts. And regret over a past love. Yeah, you still have hopes on a particular love connection. Can we get that to, there we go. Wheel of Fortune is there for you as well. So Wheel of Fortune energy means you have some beautiful opportunities coming in right now, but they're only, listen, the thing with opportunities is they're just that, opportunities, right? Oftentimes we get caught up in the language and we forget the assumptions that we make. You know, a lot of times in tarot readings, people are like, great opportunity coming in. And a lot of times we make this jump to, oh, all of a sudden it's fulfilled. An opportunity is only an opportunity. The Wheel of Fortune energy only brings it to you. It's up to you to make the most of it, right? It's up to you to take the opportunity. Oftentimes people don't. You're coming in. Magician energy. You're really kind of on top of your game right now, Libra. It feels like you're much more in touch with yourself. You're much more comfortable in your skin. You feel very sort of efficient is the word that comes to mind. Right now, you're kind of firing on all cylinders, but you have this trifecta energy here with these cards. You still have a goal in mind with regard to a particular love coming right over here to Five of Cups. It's a past love, somebody you miss. somebody in the past, a love that you can't necessarily get over. This could be months ago, years ago, many, many years ago, love. And there is a cup of love coming into you and you're not accepting it. I want to say for some of you, I think Libra showed up in my toxic love readings. Do check out my toxic love readings on my channel as well. But this almost feels like a follow on from last week's reading, last episode of Tuesday Air. There is a cup of love coming in for you, Libra, but you're just not sure if you're willing to take it. Let me start to get my clarifiers. I'm going to use this deck today. You're just not sure if you're going to take it. Right? Because you still are holding out hope for something. There is still a past love that you are kind of pining over, that you are not over, that you are still thinking about. Right? And at the same time, there's a new passion in you. This page energy, there's a youthfulness coming into you. Some of you may be getting your health together. Libra, you may be resonating with suddenly like you're getting your health back to like where it was, or you know what I mean? You're kind of, there's a youthful vibe here. Yes, coming out of a period of money problems. You had some money problems for a period. And it felt like, and again, I want to say health here because it also feels like for a little while, Libra, some of you really let your health deteriorate. Or for whatever reasons, I don't want to say you let, maybe it was out of your hands, maybe you just didn't have access to the facilities, services, etc. But, your health really deteriorated and now it feels like there's a freshness here. 9 of Cups, yeah. There's a freshness here. There's a happiness and love that you are desiring, like a true sort of satisfaction. I'm not entirely sure you have it. Because as I say, let's pull, yeah, 8 of Cups. As I say, this cup of love that's coming at you right now, you're really kind of not feeling it. You're still wanting to sort of leave. It feels as though to me that, Libra, you may have been sort of dealing with kind of wishy-washy relationships. You may have been dealing with relationships that weren't really giving you that bliss that you were looking for, that dream, right? Libra, you're an extremely romantic sign, right? And balance is important for you as well, right? And so in love, you have this idea, right, of something that you desire, something that you want. Now, it feels to me again here like there's either been a connection that you've been with that is no longer giving you any kind of satisfaction. And in fact, it feels like perhaps in the beginning it gave you some satisfaction because it was new. There's always some fun in a new relationship, unless, of course, it starts off completely toxic from the beginning, right? But there's some joy there in the beginning, but it almost feels here as though it's fizzled out and you've come right back to like sort of thinking about the ex again. You've come right back to thinking about the person whom you had this bliss with. It's this utter bliss that you desire, this real like equals, someone who's real on your level, you're on their level, you have this equal connection and you have just this joy. And I feel like it's eluding you and you're wanting to turn your back on some of the relationships you're dealing with right now. The Emperor, yes. Well, there you go. You have, some of you may be dealing with Aries energy. You may have an Aries in your life. There's somebody in your life who's definitely trying to get that. They want that from you. They may be wanting to get married. They may be wanting to solidify a connection with you. And you are just not, you're kind of like, uh-oh. Hang on. Do I really want that with them? I don't feel the love with them. I kind of am over having these wishy-washy, like I want to say wishy-washy, maybe that's the wrong term. I want to say sort of shallow, these shallow kind of relationships. I'm not really getting much out of it. I'm not getting the bliss and joy that I want out of it, right? I feel like the person you're dealing with may be quite pushy. 9 of Wands energy, yeah, they might be quite pushy. You may have, I'm going to say you may have connected yourself in some way with them via responsibilities. I want to pull that over there. Strength. Leo's coming in. Yep. Emotions, right? Right now there's some emotions riding high, I want to say, because you're not really kind of reciprocating. The love that they're coming at you with, you're not really in a space right now to reciprocate. They're quite dominant. You may also be dealing with a Leo. There's Leo energy there as well. But right now you're trying to make a decision. You're like, do I really? I feel like you're being pressured perhaps to get married, to formalize a connection somewhere. And it's like, it almost feels as though this way, Libra, like you've been you've been with this person, you may be in the connection with someone currently, right? And it's been going well. It's okay. You're kind of getting something out of it. You're not getting the full amount. But now that this person is wanting to really take it to the next stage, all of a sudden you're like, hang on. Do I really want to do that? Right? Do I really want to do that? Considering that I'm still not over my ex, considering that secretly I still fantasize about them, I still think about them, I still fantasize about having a relationship with them. So it's very tricky for you, right? Emperor energy, the person you're dealing with is quite feisty. The Five of Swords, there's some arguments that are going to be coming in as a result of this. Princess of Swords, right? Well, listen, okay. At the same time, you're feeling quite confident about work, right? In your health, there's a really nice thing happening here with your health, Libra. This is definitely for some of you Libras out there who perhaps, as I say, started just your health wasn't doing so well, right? And it feels almost as if though this is for a Libra who, allowed it kind of maybe to slip. Maybe you became a little bit unfit. Maybe you have certain conditions that you need to take care of and you were being reckless and not really taking care of them. But it feels strongly to me like that, because Pentacles can represent also health, not just money and finance coming in. It's all the material things, and our body is one of them. And in this reading here, I feel strongly, Libra, like you've really begun to get your confidence back when it comes to your health, right? It feels strongly like some of you may have gotten back into a sports activity or fitness. You may have gotten back into a certain lifestyle regimen. You may have quit smoking or quit drinking. And it's really showing for you. There's some confidence that's coming in for you as a result of that, right? And that confidence, I think, is what's making you go right back to thinking about this previous connection that you're really not quite over, that you haven't really healed from. And it's causing a current connection you have with somebody to really be sort of destabilized. As I said, there's arguments coming in here. And you kind of are in a space where it feels like here, Eight of Cups is coming in. And there's a feeling of you just kind of wanting to be on your own for right now until you get that dream that you want to get. The dream, it may be very far-fetched and unrealistic, but it's there for you. Right now it may be unrealistic because you're with somebody or because you're not in the right space. Spirit of the woods, spirit of time, and spirit of elixir. There's the time, right? So spirit of the woods, voices, goblins, this is coming in. So a feeling of, let's see, can we get this to focus? A feeling of sort of otherworldly things being there, things being hidden. Won't focus on the spirit of the woods. Voices. This is the opposite side of not the opposite, but this is the a mate of intuition and mixed with anxiety. All right. So when you feel certain energies around you, but you're also extremely anxious, oftentimes those energies, the lens through which you see them is nightmares, voices, you know what I mean? Goblins. Okay, so this is anxiety coming in. Some of you may be experiencing that. Spirit of time, illusion, endless, and waiting. Yes, that is definitely there. Some of you are waiting. It's like you're not letting go of this ex. There's definitely a feeling of being kind of caught almost in time about it, right? You're still fantasizing. You're going back and fantasizing. Spirit of elixir, intoxication. Some of you, watch out. Spirit of elixir involves intoxication, uninhibited activity, shamelessness. So that energy can come in or may be around as well, especially if you're doing a lot of arguing and fighting with your current person. You may decide to indulge. You may decide to let loose, some of your anxiety and tension with intoxication. So spirit of intoxication is there to remind you to take care and to be safe. All right, guys, this is your Libra reading. I'm going to leave it right there and give you a moment. All right, I'm going to start to get the other cards ready. We're going to jump right into Gemini next. And I'm going to pull up these cards every Tuesday morning, 11 a.m. Okay, if you've just come here by happenstance and you're not aware, this is a regular weekly series here at Bow and Arrow Tarot where we conduct the general reading for the air signs for the following week or 2 weeks as the message comes in. Tonight, starting at 6 o'clock, we will be conducting the love readings for the air signs. So first one will be Gemini at 6, and then at 6:30 will be Libra. That's 7 o'clock. We're going to have Aquarius. So let's bring out Gemini. Thank you, Libra. Move this to the side and do a shuffle as I lay these out in a moment. Gemini, sun, air. I was like to my sun here, air here. All right, so there are no specific planets in general in Gemini today. So we're just going to read for Gemini energy. I put that sun there because, of course, we're reading for sun and Gemini people. But, you know, Gemini could be in your chart anywhere. You could have a moon in Gemini. Your rising could be Gemini. You could have Venus or Mars in Gemini. And you're still going to perhaps feel connected and resonating with this reading. At the same time, you may not resonate with this reading at all, and that's fine too. Whatever that doesn't connect to you, just leave it on the table. It just isn't for you. All right? All right, guys. So we're going to do one more for Gemini and cut this deck. And then, of course, after this will be Aquarius. Alrighty, so Gemini, we're going to put them right there. Move the sun and air's card away, and let's get into your general reading. Right away, we have Chariot energy, the Hermit. Wow. 7 of Cups and 2 of Swords. Again, here we have 7 of Cups showing up again. 2 of Swords, a decision, Gemini, right? So yes, right now you are kind of on this beautiful mission, right? You have a goal for your life. You're kind of, you know, you feel like you're absolutely on the path of it, right? You know, that always seems like a glib thing to say, you know, you're on your path, but there is definitely a difference between when you feel like you are absolutely on your path and when you're not. You know, when you're having to, you know, forego your dreams or your goals for the immediate sort of necessity of living. You know, you might have to have a job you don't like for right now until you are able to get the job you do want, you know, you do really treasure and desire. So this is what I say right now, Gemini, you are on your path in as much as you are definitely feeling like you're doing the right thing. You're really on top of the world and you're wanting to work towards that and make that and increase that. You're ready to take the next steps for that. Some of you may be getting promotions. You may be changing jobs and leveling up a little bit, branching out. Hermit energy is there as well. So as well, right now you're feeling quite independent and just wanting to be on your own, you know, solitary. There's some solitude here, but there's some energy here about love and a decision. Yeah, it feels like there's again, just as with the last reading with Libra, there is a desire you have. You know, there's a real desire you have for something in love. Again, the desire you have may be unrealistic at the moment, but it's something that you fantasize about. And you have a question there. So let's go a little bit deeper. You know, there's a question and a decision to make, and you're really not sure what decision to make. So let's go deeper and see what this all actually is for Gemini. We've got 4 of Cups coming out, star energy. Yeah, it's a love decision. Okay, and 10 of Cups, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. So someone new is coming in, right? There we go, Page of Cups. Someone new is coming in. And, you know, it feels like there's someone else also there who wants something with you, cup of love with you, who wants to have that connection, but you're not really taking it, right? You're not really taking it. And again, you're in a quandary here. Some of you, yeah, it feels to me like you're either with somebody or recently broke up with somebody, and somebody new has come into you, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? You do have a desire for love right now. As far as your career, this energy here, as far as your career is concerned, you are firing. You're doing excellent. As far as your own path in life, regardless of who you're with, is going, you are forging ahead, and you're feeling quite like you want to be solitary and independent in that regard. At the same time, you do have this kind of like fantasy about a love connection somewhere, right? It could be this person, Page of Cups, who's come in for you just most recently, and you're really trying to decide. There's a Four of Cups there too, so there's definitely someone in your life that you're not wanting to connect with, or you're not sort of receptive to their advances, right? Or their intentions. They may be trying to get with you or sort of let you know that they want more with you, and you're just not willing to take it, right? You're kind of wanting to just say, hang on a second, I only want to take what I want. I only want, I know what I want. It may be unrealistic, but that's what I want. And so you're not offering me that, so no right now, right? Other than that, you're feeling incredibly, I want to say in touch, right, with the moment. You're like, you're firing on all cylinders. You have magician energy. You feel like everything is just happening for you exactly the way it should. You're doing really, really well, certainly at your job and your career, whatever that is for you. Whatever your purpose is that you've decided for yourself in this time and place and moment in your life, you're doing excellent at it. But this decision is difficult here, and it almost feels like for some of you, you are trying to decide between two lovers or two scenarios in love. But nevertheless, Ten of Cups comes out. Let's see. Yeah, there's a money issue as well. There's concern about money, or there's concern about a physical sort of connection, or aspect, rather, a physical aspect to one of these connections. It could be that one of the people who are coming into you, it just doesn't have the physical environmental stability, meaning they may still be living at home, or they may not be able to take care of themselves, or they may have other responsibilities that put their finances under kind of a bit of stress, right? And this is something that is also impacting, I want to say, your decision. I'm not sure if you feel like dealing with all of those responsibilities that come with that, or with the burden or the baggage that comes with that, right? There's it's not just about the money. It's also about the responsibility and just to set up the environment. Strength comes in. Leo, some of you are dealing with the Leo. Some of you, Hermit energy is Virgo, Chariot is Cancer. So some of you may be dealing with Virgo, Cancer. Star energy is Aquarius, dealing with Aquarius energy. But strength is coming in. There is definitely a resolve where you are not going to sort of succumb to sort of sentimental feelings, right? You're not, ultimately, your desire for happiness, your desire to get the happiness that you want, the opportunity is there for it to come in with someone. Whoever you decide to choose, but you're going to get to a place with this where you definitely will not be just making a reckless decision, Gemini. You're going to be definitely taming any sort of emotions. King of Cups coming in. Yeah. It's definitely someone, yeah, King and a Page. So you have a King of Cups here and a Page of Cups. So this is the difference. It's almost as if you're being given a choice between someone who's grown, got their shit together, can bring something to the table for you, and someone who doesn't. There's someone in your life who is not really at your level. They're not really able to bring anything to this connection with you. They're much more childlike, I want to say, or immature. Okay, let's not necessarily say immature, but definitely much more naive, childlike, not grown enough in a way, Gemini, for you. And on the other hand, you have this person coming in who is very grown, who has their eyes on you and is very sure about what they want with you. Yep, and there's your Queen of Cups. And I'm going to say that person is the connection, because you have Queen and King right there. Boom, you see them, right? See the King looking at you over here. You're going to make the right decision. You've got this night, you've got this little page over here trying to give you trinkets and stuff, but it's really just not enough, right? And here you have this king, Queen of Cups comes out. You want somebody you can also get deep with. You want somebody that you can share your deeper emotions with, and only the king, only someone who's matching you, right? Someone who's equal. You're equal in your own way, and yet you both bring something more to the relationship. That's the desire here. And it feels like, I think for some of you, it feels like pie in the sky, but it is absolutely possible here. And with strength and honesty, it's going to come through. Yes, Ten of Swords. It's the end of a period of dealing with things that were just kind of, I want to say, Gemini, painful. I feel like, listen, let me put it to you straight. This feels like, Gemini, like you are leaving one relationship to get involved with another relationship that is much more on your level, that is vibrating much more on your level. The previous relationship is not necessarily ending badly or anything like that, but it just feels like you've outgrown it. And this previous person is still trying to come in, but you're really not willing to take that cup of love. You also realize that all of the different burdens and responsibilities that have come with them, it's like you're ready to lay it down. You want to move forward. You're wanting to move forward with a certain amount of freedom. And it almost feels as though like there was too much on you as a result of being with this person that you are now in the process of de-entangling yourself from. There's too much, I want to say, anxiety, worry on you about them and their sort of future life, stability, etc. It could be they came from maybe a turbulent family and there's a lot of baggage with that. But whatever the case is, Gemini, it was just tiring for you. And it's not what you wanted in a love connection, right? You wanted a love connection that feels like you can grow and like feels like the person you're with can grow with you. And that's coming in for you right now. Queen of Swords, you have to be honest. The way to deal with this is being honest with everyone you're with about who you are. Five of Swords, there may be some strife here. They're going to take it tough. There's some strife here. They're going to take it, it's going to be difficult for them, okay? So there will be a bit of arguing. I feel like there'll be some anxiety and some angst there. Let me get the cards ready for the oracles. But yeah, it feels like you're just sort of leveling up, and you're resonating up to a relationship that's much more on your level, that's really much more what you want. You definitely have somebody who is, I'm going to say, a bit older than you probably coming in for you, but you're there for you. You guys are very, very well suited for each other. You're connected. And again, it feels like, you're just kind of maturing. It's a difficult decision because you don't want to hurt anyone. Two of Swords is there because it's not like you're like, wham, bam, I'm done with you. It feels, this relationship that you're coming out of could be a long-term relationship. It could be short-term. It doesn't matter, but you're not wanting to hurt the person. There's no toxicity here or a feeling of people, wanting to hurt each other. It is simply a case, Gemini, of you outgrowing one lover and growing into what seems to be a new lover coming in. Spirit of the wolf, spirit of the dog, and spirit of Gaia. Well, that makes sense. Spirit of the wolf comes in. All right. Spirit of the wolf, loner, fierce instincts. Yeah, right now you are a bit of a loner. You are, like I said, hermit energy is coming in. You're kind of wanting to do things on your own. Spirit of the dog is there. Loyalty, friendship, companionship, undying loyalty. This is the difficulty that you're having with the two of, with this decision, this Two of Swords energy, because it's like, you're like, oh my gosh, what we had was good. I don't want to, I want to remain friends. I don't want to just hurt you. But at the end of the day, it isn't what I want, right? It isn't what I want. And so that's why it's becoming difficult for you to make that decision. But ultimately, you're going to have to make the decision that's right for you. And then Spirit of Gaia is coming in. Mother Earth, family, creation, Gemini. That energy is there too. So for some of you, you may be dealing with family. Family may be helping you. You may be talking this through with your tribe, your people, wherever you feel comfortable, whomever the people are in your life that you consider family will be there around you kind of as you're going through this kind of transition and change. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading, your general. Turns out it's a little bit about how well you're doing on your path, and at the same time, a little situation here with the love concern and a shift in your love life, transitioning from one lover to the next. All right, take a moment as I take a sip of water. Hello, a time with me. All right, folks. Taking a moment to take in the cards and the symbols and images for you to take with you whatever speaks to you. That will be your talisman over the next few weeks, just to remind you what you got from this reading. Remind you to be in the moment, to, remember and focus, on what you've set your mind to do. So we're going to pull these cards up. All right. And get ready for Aquarius. Now, as I say, I like to put out the cards for all of the planets. So today Aquarius has quite a few planets. We have Aquarius, we have air and sun. And Aquarius today has Mars and Venus in its sign and Pluto. All right, so a lot of energy there for Aquarius today. All right, a lot of energy indeed. Mars and Venus conjuncting in Aquarius today. Isn't that something? All right. So take a moment to meditate on those beautiful cards as I shuffle, clear this deck from last reading. Remember, if you're looking for a love reading, Aquarius, tonight at 7 o'clock will be your weekly love reading. I'll be live streaming that tonight. And at 6 o'clock, we will have Gemini and 6:30 Libra. So every Tuesday night, starting at 6, I will be doing the love readings for the 3 air signs and separate live streams. Venus and Mars. I'm so curious. What will this be? All right. One more shuffle. Pluto. Also, such a mysterious sort of planet. All right, here we go. Let's pull up these beautiful cards. Put Aquarius right there. And leave their energy right there. And we are going to get right into it. 4 of Swords, Temperance energy, 6 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Wow. So again, you come out with a 4 of Swords just as Libra did. And you have Temperance energy there too. Temperance card for Sagittarius. Some of you, Aquarius, may be dealing with Sagittarians in your life. You may have Sagittarius energy in your chart. Nevertheless, you are also coming in this week taking a step back to make a decision for yourself. Taking a step back to kind of, weigh up all your options and decide how to go forward. There's a stability issue. Right now, you're feeling quite stable, I want to say. And for you, this energy is much more to do with you remaining stable where you're at, is what it feels like to me. There's some things that are perhaps happening in your life right now that are pushing and pulling at you. Hence, Temperance is coming in as well. There might be a lot of anxiety. There might be a lot of sort of toxic energy that's swirling around you. And right now, you're trying to maintain your stability, your security, and your base. And so you're being very, very tempered in the things that you're doing or saying, in the way that you may be acting, perhaps with regard to certain issues in your life. We're going to go a lot deeper. There is a victory that comes in for you, but there's also a heartache, a 5 of Cups. There's a loss there that you're feeling. But we're going to go deeper so I can get a bit more information about that one. But a victory comes in for you for sure. 10 of Pentacles. So money, strength again. So I believe strength showed up for all 3 readings. So that's strong energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So again, intuition riding really, really high. Intuition and confidence, tapping into your intuition really boost your confidence, especially when you get reaffirmation back. But there's a money, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Yes, there may have been a little issue momentarily, okay? A little heartbreak, a little sadness about a particular loss. I don't feel like this is a loss in your love life, though, because everything in your career and your love life is really excellent, right? Strong. Money is coming in. Victory is coming in. So it feels to me like this may be to do with your family. It feels strongly. Aquarius, you may be dealing with a recent loss in your family, okay? Or you may be dealing with some kind of upset, some kind of disappointment, strong disappointment of the heart in your close family or your extended family or your social group, and it's requiring you also to make some decisions that you're not quite ready necessarily to make, right? There may be some issues here also to do with family that is causing you to sort of, as I say, be strong, be tempered. You're having to really take care of your feelings. You have strength and temperance, so you're really having to handle your feelings right now in light of this pain that you're kind of recently experiencing, right? This loss that you're recently experiencing. You may be mourning a loss, right? I'm not saying that this is something that's coming in. I'm saying that this is something perhaps that has happened, okay? It's already happened. So if it hasn't happened, it's not to say that it's going to. This is to do with a sadness that is clearly there as a mourning of a loss, and a loss that's really affected your heart. But it feels to me like a family issue as well, because there are certain responsibilities that you're having to take care of, and you're having to be very careful. The High Priestess comes out. You're having to be very, very careful with your emotions right now because of the pain you're going through. High Priestess is showing up twice, okay? So at the bottom of the deck and right here. So your intuition is going to tell you exactly what you need to do. As long as you tap into your gut, intuition is just, a word for your gut. You have to trust your gut feeling, the feeling that's deep inside you that you know is right. You have to trust that, and fearing that makes it become a sort of a voice that you can't, an unpredictable voice. You can't fear your intuition or your gut feelings, right? When you fear them, they become unpredictable. When you embrace them and you engage and you make your decisions informed by your gut or your intuition, when the affirmation comes back that you are correct, then it only sort of increases the reliability of that voice. It increases the reliability because it's almost like a muscle. You've exercised it, you've used it, and you've gotten an affirmation or a confirmation back that you used it correctly and it was right, and so it gets stronger next time. You know what I'm saying? So right now, this is strong energy for you that you need to tap in. Yes, people are around you who are going to help you through this. Friends. Definitely friends around you that are helping you through this mourning process. King of Swords energy, definitely. I feel like this is probably the love in your life. There may be a very strong person in your life that is very masculine, very sort of like, they're very strong, masculine, regimented. They know how to, they know how to organize things and sort things and structure things in the relationship, or they know how to support you in the right way. They know how to support you with words, which is important to you, Aquarius, being a air sign. Okay, so they know how to do that. They're there for you and they're helping you through all of this. But yes, feels like a strong familial issue. Some of you may be dealing with inheritance or a will, inheritance issues or a will. Two of Pentacles. Isn't one single day where I do live streaming. I live stream, excuse me, folks. I live stream from Sunday through Friday, and every single day I live stream, a Two of Pentacles will show up. Speaks to the difficulty right now that everybody's having in terms of making ends meet. It's not that the jobs aren't there. It's just that we are all having to do a lot of different things, work a lot of different jobs to sort of keep our responsibilities taken care of. And that's, again, showing up here in Aquarius. So yeah, you're having to do a lot. You're having to juggle a lot. Ultimately, There's fighting. Yeah. Money comes in. Listen, some of you are dealing with a situation where perhaps you lost someone in a family that was a matriarch or a patriarch in a family, whatever the case may be. But there's issues to do. There's infighting. There's jealousy. There may be fighting over the will, fighting over inheritance, fighting over who gets to come to the funeral, who doesn't get to come to the funeral, who said what about who. Oftentimes when there's a loss or something like that, in a family, and again, this doesn't necessarily have to be a death. It could just be a loss of some kind, a deterioration or some kind, but it's a loss of the heart. It's a pain. It could be a divorce where two people in the family who everyone in the family loved divorced, and one person is now gone, and there's a lot of fighting. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a death, but there's a deep mourning process here for you right now for a loss, and the fighting is there. Now, for some of you, the inheritance issue comes in because there's a lot of money on the table here. You're getting the money. You may be the one that was the favorite. You may be the one that's the oldest. You may be the one where the responsibility fell onto. For some of you, you're the one that when they read the will, everything went to you. And so that's why you're trying to be very tempered right now. You're trying to be tempered. You're trying to be strong. You're trying to juggle everything. You want to make the right decision. There are people around you who will help you, I believe, who will help you make the right decision. But you're not trying to alienate anybody or upset anybody because there's already fighting going on about what's happening. King of Cups, yeah. There's maybe an ex or the husband or the wife of whomever has gone away is still left, and they're like, yeah. Four of Swords shows up again. So again, taking the time to make the right decision. This feels like you're being extremely strategic, Aquarius, and there's justice. And this is exactly the card I would expect because we're talking about official issues. Again, a will, an inheritance, money issues, bank accounts. How are we going to separate these things? How are these things going to be balanced out? Again, for some of you, Aquarius, the person that you're having to really deal with is the spouse of whomever has gone away. Or if somebody did pass away in the family, it's their spouse that, you're having to deal with. Or, if there was a divorce that would made a cataclysmic split in the family, it's the person who's still left in the family that you're having to deal with right now, being very difficult. But there's definitely a loss that has occurred. There's a mourning process. You feel sad about it, but there's a lot of sort of political, almost family politics work that needs to be done because there's a lot of money at issue here. You ultimately are extremely happy with where you're at. You could take it or leave it, but the responsibility has clearly fallen on you, Aquarius, to deal with this, right? And, it's tough. It's tough. So let's get ready to pull those oracle cards. A lot of jobs, dealing with, a lot of, when I say jobs, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of little tasks, Two of Pentacles. Some of you may be working during the week and having to work, suddenly you have another job that you work every other week on the weekends, or, you have a lot of things that you have to juggle while you're trying to deal with this whole family issue. Again, trust your intuition because your intuition is not going to steer you wrong here. High Priestess is a rare card to show up for my readings. So I say that when she shows up, the strength and energy, the importance that she brings should not be underestimated or undervalued. She's always there to let you know. Spirit of Alchemy. Spirit of St. Nicholas, there's your money coming in. And Spirit of the Shoreline, exactly. So Spirit of Alchemy, manifest, skill, transmutation, that's you. You're basically right now taking all of these people, personalities, issues, incidents, things, responsibility, and trying to make something out of it. Spirit of St. Nicholas is their gift, generosity, assistance. Again, some of you who are resonating with this, you're the beneficiary. You're the one who's getting the most. You're the one who's been left in the will. You're the one who ultimately is coming out on top for whatever reason. You're the one who's bought the business. Whatever the case is, that money is coming in. Spirit of the shoreline, tranquil, relaxing. Again, this is required because some of you are still going through a lot of angst about this. You're trying to handle this situation the right way. And again, of course, this reading is not going to resonate with everybody. This is a very specific reading, Aquarius. But if you do resonate with this, I get where you're at. You're trying to make everyone happy. You're already happy. As I said, you could take or leave it. You really don't want all this responsibility, but it's on you, right? And you're trying to make the best decision going forward. You're being very tempered about your emotions. You're not getting caught up in the bickering. The bickering is there, but it's on the outside. It's on the outskirts. It's not involving you at all. And so rely on your friends, your spouse, the people you're with, the ones in your immediate life where you're doing very well, extremely well, you're very happy, and they're going to help you make the right decision to bring you to victory. But ultimately, a lot of money is coming in for some of you, and there's definitely a rebalancing of some karma coming in, justice. Could be that some of you had this money coming to you for a very long time, but as a result of what is of what has happened, what has occurred, it's coming to you now. And so your victory is coming in. There's a comeuppance feeling here for a lot of you in terms of you got what you've been deserving for a long time. And some other people in the family, so to speak, are getting their comeuppance. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your Tuesday general reading for the week. This live tarot reading today has been for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. If you want to get notified every time I'm live streaming, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Next Tuesday, I'll be here at 11 a.m. for the 6th episode of Tuesday Air, the live tarot streaming series that I conduct each week. Tonight at 6 o'clock, we're going to start with Gemini Love Chronicles. It's going to be a Gemini love reading. And then at 6:30, we're going to jump to Libra Love Chronicles, a Libra love reading. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to finish off the evening with Aquarius Love Chronicles, a Aquarius love tarot reading. All right, guys. But for right now, this is it. I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. Whatever didn't apply to you, leave it at the table. And please do join me next week, Tuesday, 11 a.m. for Tuesday Air. But for right now, this is Bow and Arrow Tarot. I wish you all life, happiness, and joy. And I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye-bye now.